Hey everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today we are continuing on in my series From Inspiration to Junk Journal. This is series number 3 and it's part 2. And the inspiration for this particular series is this gorgeous electric blue and gold book that I got at an antique store, along with digitals from Christy over at EverlastingJournals. And what we're going to be creating today are the 3 easiest envelopes ever. And you guys know how I love to layer things in my junk journals, whether it be patterns of paper, trims, laces, fabrics, collaging. I'm all about the layering. So I made 3 envelopes and I layered them. How fun is that, right? And let me show you what I created the other day. Here is my layered envelopes. Here is a large envelope that opens up, and a medium envelope is tucked right in, and then we have a small envelope right there, and all sorts of ephemera on the inside of these envelopes. They're just so much fun to create, and they look so cool in your journals. So we are going to create these 3 envelopes today. And like I said, they're so quick and they're so easy to come together. So we're going to start with the larger one, and what you're going to need for that, let me move this out of the way here, we'll refer back to that, is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Now, for this particular project, for these 2 out of the 3 envelopes, I'm just using regular copy paper that I copied one of the digitals from Christy onto one side, and on the other side I did more of a neutral pattern. This is a graphic that I got from the Graphics Fairy. So we're going to start out with the larger envelope, and I would use, like I said, a sheet of, copy paper that you printed something on, or maybe a piece of scrapbook paper. I wouldn't go for a heavier sheet of cardstock or, the matte presentation paper, because I think when you fold it over, sometimes it gets too thick and it makes the envelope a little too bulky. So, like I said, let's start out with the largest envelope here. And what I did across the top is I just cut across the top with one of my pattern scrapbooking scissors. Totally optional. You can distress it or, tear it, leave it as is, but I'll show you how that turns out in the large envelope. Right here, as you can see, there is the scalloped edge. So, like I said, easiest envelope ever. And I think I did see this at one time from Pam at the Paper Outpost. It was a really long time ago that she did this. So this is going to be my take on it. And like I said, I like to layer patterns. So I did do a neutral on one side and more of a pattern on the other. And for this large envelope, the neutral was on the exterior, and then I just layered some of those gorgeous digitals over the top. And so we're going to do this same thing today. And I like the way the blue just pops on the interior. I think that just looks so cool. So, okay, so what are we going to do here? All right, your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. We're going to keep that in portrait mode, the portrait layout today. And we're just going to fold this up probably about, I don't know, a little bit more than halfway. You just have to kind of eyeball it, and then we're going to fold this side down. Now, what I did on this particular page here is I eyeballed it, and so this went up probably a little more than a third, almost, about a third, folding it up that way. So we're just going to fold that up and get a good crease along the bottom. And then we're going to fold these two flaps down. Now I like to just line it up so it gets almost, you know, almost to the line where the bottom folds up. So we're going to get that kind of at an angle. I just like the way the angle looks. I'm going to fold that down and get my ruler to get a good crease there, and then along the same side, just so that the top, you know, the point gets right along that edge. And then I'm going to just crease that down, and then you just fold it over. Now, is that like the easiest thing ever? Ta-da! And at the end here, I got a little bit of extra. I'll just take care of that. So there's your envelope. Is that like the easiest thing of life? Yes, it is. So what you want to do now, if you want to, I didn't say you have to, but I like to distress around the edge of the flaps. And this paper likes to jump around at first, and so I'm using my go-to walnut stain because I do like the really distressed look of that. And then we're going to go along the outside of that. And then on this particular envelope, what I did is I cut out a half circle with my circle punch. And do I have that here? Of course I don't. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. I got this going here. You know, you always think you have everything you need for a tutorial, but then you don't. So, and this is a total optional step. This is just a circle hole punch. And I like to flip over my page so that I can see through the bottom. Do you guys see what I'm talking about right here? So I can see how far I punch in, and I'm just going to eyeball. Because a lot of times if I don't do that, I create too big of a circle, if that makes sense. So, total optional step, but I just think doing that calls your attention to, hey, there's something on the inside here. So there is the base for your envelope. Now, what I did on this is I liked to have these flaps glued down. So I'm going to glue those down real quick with my Scotch Create glue stick. Just going to go around the edges here. Try not to get any on my table. Just fold those down. Like I said, get a good crease on those. And then make sure that I distress that well. I'm going to just glue the sides just along the bottom of each. And it comes right across the top like that. So there you have it. I'm going to continue distressing along the exterior of the envelope. And what I think I'm going to do is we're going to create the 3 envelopes, and then if we have time, we'll go ahead and add some embellishments and some additional layering effects on these 3. Now, another thing that you could do is cut right across here, you know, to kind of create more of a flat look, which is I think what I did on this particular one. But you know what? I like the way that envelope looks. Or you can fold this end under and have more of an envelope look like that. I don't know, maybe I'll do that. I haven't decided. So there's envelope number 1. Easy, easy, easy. So we're going on to envelope number 2. So there's number 1. Got all my stuff down here. I always get a little crowded here. Okay, so envelope number 2, this beauty right here, you start with, again, an 8.5 by 11 sheet of copy paper, you know, or scrapbook paper, whatever patterns you want. And this one I did do, full disclosure here, this one I did do with some vintage ephemera. And this is just a receipt from, I don't remember what kind of shop it was, but I think it was a drugstore. But in this particular case, I'm going to use another digital from Christy. Now this one, you do landscape mode. And there again, I want the more neutral pattern to be on the exterior because I'm going to layer other pieces of paper over the top. So I want the base to be more neutral. So this one, like I said, landscape orientation. I'm going to fold these 2 over like that. There again, just try and get, you know, as even as you can on each side and add a crease like that. And then you take the bottom of your piece of paper and fold it right up so that it meets these two foldovers, for lack of a better technical term. These foldovers. Now did I do pretty good on that? I think I did. All right. So you have like a little boat. Oh, geez, that's funny. That's funny. So then what you do from there, hold on just a second. I got to look at my notes here. Just a sec here, because, you know, when I'm doing things, sometimes I forget. All right. Then from here, you take one side over to where your crease, you know, where your line is right there, and just fold that down. And there again, you can get another good crease on the side, and then take this side in. See, because it's already getting thick, and this is just a regular piece of copy paper. I just think by the time you get all these folds and all these layers going, the copy paper is thick enough. All right, and you're going to get that down. And then what I like to do, or not what I like to do, what you do next is you fold this down, just so that the fold is to that point right there. And then fold that over. Get a good crease. It's not, you know, it's not the end of the world if it's not exactly even. So on my example here, I did glue all of this together because what I found is if you're wanting to stick some ephemera or some additional things inside your pocket, if these flaps are not glued down, they kind of get caught and in the way. So we're just going to glue the whole thing down. So I'm just going to go along each side. And since I did have a, you know, a good crease, I will be able to tell it just folds right back to where it was, if that makes sense. Now on this one, you probably, now that I'm thinking about it, aren't going to be able to see the interior that much, but oh well. All right, and then fold this one up. So that being said, I guess you didn't have to do two-sided on this one. Oh well, that's okay. And then these two sides right like that. And I have a little bit extra there. I'm going to cut that off. If you can see, it's not quite even. But there is a fix for everything, right, guys? Whoops. All right. And then we're going to glue these down just along the bottom here. Get them even like that. And then we're going to go around the edge and distress again. Go around the edges and then get along that one. Get along that one right there. And along the bottom there. That looks so good. And then what I like to do is fold that crease over the other way and just get, you know, some distressing on that edge also. Doesn't that look good? Oh, yay. Yay, yay. All right. And then distress the exterior. On that. So now we have 2 envelopes. Isn't that cool? Look. And I like the way it's neutrals. So stick that one right underneath there. Neutrals, still the neutrals. All right, and the last one, the smallest little guy. Now these can be made to be any size, but for this particular project, I used a piece. Now, here's the difference. This particular pocket, I did use the heavier matte presentation paper or cardstock because I created this first with a piece of regular copy paper, and I couldn't get it to hold up against the other envelope, and I don't know why. I think it was just too flimsy, and then when I tried to, you know, stick my little ephemera underneath and have this little flap, it just didn't work. It was too flimsy. So that's just a side note. So like I said, I started out with a square piece of paper, and this one measures 4 by 4. Now I was inspired by G over at Happiness and Scrafting. She did the same thing, except she used a smaller piece of paper. She did 2 by 2. So you can make these any size. Like I said, I'm going to make mine 4 by 4. So all you do is you fold over. Now, which side do I want on that exterior? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to do this side. No, I'm going to do this side again. So all you're going to do is you just connect the 2 corners diagonally. And what she did is she just pinched the center so that you can see right where the center is. Whoops. And then you do the same thing the other way. And that way you find the center of your square. So that's the way she did it. And if you can see, right there's the little dot. But if that doesn't work for you, you just go diagonally across and you find your center. So this is 5.5. So right in the center would be 2 3/4. So you just mark right in the center, 2 3/4. Right? So there you go. And then you just fold one corner up to the center where your little dot is. Other one, opposite corner up to where your little dot is, right in the center. And then, so you have this little deal here. And then what I did on mine, and this was something that I kind of finagled with, because mine weren't turning out exactly the way I wanted them to. I'm like, Pam, this is not that hard. What are you doing here? So what I was doing at first was I was taking this little point and just going straight up to the center again. And I didn't like the way that looked. So I folded it a little beyond. So what I mean by that is I took it so that the point was a little beyond the center. And I'll show you what I mean here. Let me get this down. See, with the heavier cardstock, it kind of is a little more sturdy. See, so I took this a little beyond the center, and I like that look. And then just fold that little extra point down. And you have that cute little end of your envelope there. And then the top just folds over. Now this one, I'm going to line that up so that you have a perfect square. Oh, is this cute or what? And then this tucks right behind there. So we're going to glue this again, but I'm going to distress first. Sometimes I get ahead of myself and I don't remember to distress because I'm all about, oh, time to glue, time to glue. And I'm like, oh, wait, distress. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these right along the edge there. I'm going to glue that little flap down. You could also cut it off. And then on this side, so we're going to fold that little deal down and then get those stuck together. Cuteness. So we have our 3 envelopes, right? Look how cute these are. Now, this looks very cool with all of the different neutral patterns. I love that, but you know me, I've got to layer, got to be doing that. Now this envelope, the little guy, you don't have to put it on your medium one. You could put it on the back of the large one, which I don't know, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Or like I did on my example, I did it on top of the medium like that, and it kind of peeks out over the edge, right? So that looks so cool. And another mention here is I did sew all the way around the exterior of the large envelope. I may do that later. I'm not sure, but let's get on to some layering. Okay. So we have our 3 envelopes, right? Oh, fun. Look at these. They're so cute. Okay. So what I do whenever I'm creating a journal is I put all my offcuts and things that I've torn up that I'm using in my particular journal in a bin. So that's this. So let's just grab some stuff. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do here. What am I doing here? I don't know. I'm just going to randomly grab some stuff. Oh, and I did want to use some more of Christy's digitals. Look at that. Oh, I love that. So we'll use that. This is a copy of a music sheet, the cover of some music. I'm going to use that. Here's another digital. This is a piece of paper that I got out of another digital kit. Let's see, we have some more of Christy's gorgeous things here. So with this particular point, at this particular point, I'm going to be layering with some more pattern. Ooh, and that's pretty too. I think I want to use a little bit of pink, and there's that gorgeous electric blue. I'm just grabbing some stuff here, you guys. Don't you love this kind of stuff? Ooh, and there's some wallpaper. I don't know. Ooh, and look at that. That's from the Graphics Fairy. Okay, I think I have enough. Maybe. Let's just go with it here. And I can always refer back and get some more, right? Okay, so on my example, I like the torn look, and what I did is I took a larger piece of paper and I folded it over the side so it goes like that. And I think that that gives a really cool effect. So let's just do that with this digital right here. So I am just going to go to town and tear away. And I like the way that, you know, that kind of gives, you can still see the pattern underneath, but it gives a more vintagey, worn look. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to tear that up. And then along the edges too. And of course, you know, all these things you tear off, you got to save. All right, I'm going to distress that. Oh, I just love that. And even though I am kind of further along in the video, I did want to say a special thank you to some of my subscribers, and specifically today, the Grand Fern Alley. Thank you so much for your comments. And also Angela. Angela has become a friend of mine over the years, and I just love hearing from her. So thank you, Angela and Grand Fern Alley. I appreciate you both very much. All right, I'm getting crowded here, you guys. Oh, I get crowded. All right, now I don't have, I'm gonna get a piece of just regular paper out here. Hold on. So that I don't get my table all gluey. Because, you know, I tend to be a messy crafter. And I did want to get this video out earlier in the week. I had a bunch of doctor's appointments this week. And, you know, life just has a way of getting in the way of your crafting. But that's okay, because I'm here now and happy to be here. So I'm just going to layer that, put it down, and then fold over the side onto the back. Get a good crease there. Get that down. Doesn't that look cool? See, I love that effect. I just love that. Is that pretty? Okay, so I want to do the same thing on this top edge here and have it fold over a little bit. So what would look good? I don't know. This might look really good. Oh. Okay, we're going to do that just because I like it. And I don't recall off the top of my head where I got this particular digital, but if I find it, I'll definitely put a link there. So I just fold things over and then see how it looks and just tear till I like the way that looks. Now to me, I don't know, do I like that? No, I think so. If not, I can always add something over the top of that. And another thing with this particular journal, even though it's predominantly the blues, I'm incorporating a little bit of pink, and I'm excited about that, and also some golds and coppers. And, you know, the way that came about was just the coloring of some of these digitals. You know, I've got this gorgeous goldy copper and the pinks. So I just went with that, and I'm just like, hey, let's just add on. So how did I have this on here? I don't remember. Just stick it on. down. That looks so good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Now, there is the basis for the next one. Okay, so we've got that one. Now we're going to do the medium guy. So, and that's not to say that these envelopes have to be, you know, layered like I did. You can use these standalone envelopes throughout your journal. I just love that. It doesn't matter. And then what's cool is you can switch it around. Oh, so fun. Let's see. What do I have here? Some more of these gorgeous digitals. I don't know. Let me see. I like that one. Okay, let's use that. Let's use that. Let's see what else I have. I'm looking for something else. I'm trying to see what else I have in my stash here. Well, we're just going to go with this now because that's what I have. All right. And just be random. and I think I've told you guys that sometimes I struggle with being random, but if I just let go of the, oh, I have to have all the corners match, and oh, I have to have, you know, everything the exact right dimensions, like linear, it just makes the coolest effects. So the more you tear things, the more they lend themselves to just some cool effects on your journal. There's another digital, little offcut, right? Oh, I don't know. See, here I go. I'm trying to be matchy. Don't be matchy. Oh, don't be matchy. Just do it. Oh, I don't know. Okay, we'll put that right there. I do like the torn effect. And one thing that I do want to mention for like doing these types of collaging is, what am I trying to say here? Like on the back of this one, I like the way this kind of flows into that. It kind of connects. And like on this one, this I may put something right here because I'm thinking that these two look separated, for lack of a better term. And then, so what I'm thinking is I may add something that, you know, brings the top to the bottom, and I'll put that on the back. So that's what I'm thinking. So there is the back side of that. And then we're going to find something for the front. Now, if you see right here, this envelope, it doesn't tuck underneath very well. How do you fix that if you want your envelope to close? Well, there's a couple different things you can do. You can add a piece of heavier scrapbook paper along the side there. This is some embossed cardstock in a light pink. So you could put something right across that, this opening right there, just to give the top somewhere to tuck in. And I really like that. So let's do that. But first, now remember I said I'm incorporating pink. Oh, I love this. This is so pretty. I want something over on the top of this. So maybe that. That looks really good. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go with it. Oh, we have a visitor. I have my cat Penny, and she loves to come up here and say hello. Penny, do you want to be on the camera? She's rubbing right on the side of my table here. Hello, honey. And she likes to come right up on my lap. And boy, you know what? If she's not coming up on her terms, it's not going to happen. But if she's on her terms, she's loving it. So come here. You want to say hello? Say hello. Hello. There's Penny. What do you think about that? What do you think? I don't know. Okay, she's on my lap, so. All right. She's kind of hanging out with me today. Oh, now she's leaving because you know how cats are. They're like, I don't like this. All right, so. I don't know. Does that look too big right there? I don't know. I'm thinking it looks like too big of a section, so I'm going to tear this off and distress it. And then, yeah, see, that looks better in my opinion. So I am just going to glue the sides down. Not in the center. And that creates kind of a little tuck for your envelope flap. Oh, wow. Oh, does that look good? Okay, so we've got 2 out of the 3. And so, of course, this little extra. Oh, gee, doesn't that look good somewhere? Mm-hmm. I have to put that somewhere. Have to save that. Okay, so now what do we got? We got the last envelope to decorate. This little cutie. Look. Where did I say I wanted that? I wanted that right along one of the sides. And I am going to put that right there. Now I do have the tuck that works right there underneath. See? All right, so let's see. What do I want on the top of this? Some more of those gorgeous digitals. Oh, look at that. Okay. And I can't say this enough, you guys. When you look at a full sheet of a piece of, you know, patterned paper, something from a digital kit, some gorgeous pattern, a full page looks so different than something that's torn. And it just, to me, brings a whole new life to the pattern. And it just looks so different. And I love that. I absolutely love that. So this little bit right there just looks so cute. Oh, man. Okay, where did I say I wanted this? Oh yeah, right here. All right, so we're gonna stick that right there. Now, where do I want this? Because I kind of like that pink showing through. So we'll do it on this side. Okay. Take that. And I am gonna glue this down the whole way. Now you could just glue like the bottom and then have another pocket behind this envelope, but I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to glue the whole thing down, and I do want to make sure that's straight. Really get that smushed down like that. All right, so there you have it, you guys. 3 of the easiest envelopes ever. I still want to use this, and I'll show you how to put them in your journal. Now, where's my big one? Oh, this is my big one. I'm like, wait, there's another one here somewhere. No, there isn't, Pam. Hello. Okay. So this tucks right into there. And so you have that, right? That looks so good. And then you have your little envelope on this side right there. I love this. Now this I need to glue down, but I'll do that later. So let's get this into your journal. Now what I did on my example is I did add some additional, you know, I did some sari silk. There goes my voice again. And I added a, you know, I punched a hole and added a piece of, here comes my cat again. What are you doing, Penny? All right, I added some sari silk ribbon. Oh my gosh, her big old body. Here, move over. Okay. What was I saying? Penny distracted me. Oh yeah, I added a tie right here. So let's just look at how this looks on a page. So move that all back. And I probably will add some more embellishments to this. I just don't want to keep you guys all day, but you know, just give you the idea. So I'm gonna find a page in the journal, just a page here. Let me just pull one out here. Here is a page from the journal I'm working on, and this can be just clipped over the side like that. So look at that, just clipped on the side. You have tuck spots right here, and then on this side you have a fold out and a fold in. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, there goes Penny again. And then, you know, you've got your little envelope there. So there you can use on the side. And then another way, if you wanted, is you could create a belly band. Penny, really? Okay. Top and the bottom, just attach. Come on, honey. Oh man, you're just so, she's rather large. You can glue on the top and the bottom and just use a belly band, you know, use it as a belly band. So you've got a tuck on this side and a tuck on this side. That's fabulous. And then if you didn't want to use the whole, you know, the envelopes all together, you can do the smaller one up at the top. And then I don't know if this one would look cool on the side too. I don't know. See, you could have a fold out there and a fold up there. Oh, that looks really good. Cool. And then on this side, you still have, you know, your little tabs to put things under. And if you did not want to put it together that way, add it in here, and then this could be tied around as an insert. So, hello, honey. I know. Yes, I love you too. Love you too, honey. Say hello to the camera. There she is. Hello. She's like, what are you doing to me? Have this as a standalone insert for your journal. So there you have it, you guys. 3 of the easiest envelopes, a very large cat, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And you know, I encourage you to mix patterns, have some fun layering, and 3 of the easiest envelopes ever, and some fun ways to use them in your journal. So thanks for watching and saying hello to Penny, and I'm looking forward to my next in the series. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.